Today for story time, we're going to read The Tiny Seed, written by Eric Carle. Let's learn a little bit what this story is going to be about. The tiny seed travels across the world. Carried along by an autumn wind, by springtime a tiny plant has grown from the tiny seed, and then a flower grows from the tiny plant. In summer, the flower grows taller and taller. When autumn comes, the cycle begins once more. Let's read this story to learn about the journey of the seed. It is autumn. A strong wind is blowing. It blows flower seeds high in the air and carries them far across the land. You see the tiny seeds? And the wind is blowing them across the air. One of the seeds is tiny. It is smaller than any of the others. Will it be able to keep up with the others? And where are they all going? One of the seeds flies higher than the others. Up, up it goes. It flies too high, and the sun's hot rays burn it. But the tiny seed sails on with the others. Another seed lands on a tall, icy mountain. The ice never melts, and the seed cannot grow because it is frozen. The rest of the seeds fly on, but the tiny seed does not go as fast as the others. Do you think you can find the tiny seed on this page? Let's see. Looks like these guys are far ahead and they're bigger. But this little guy right back here looks like he's a really small tiny seed. And he looks like he's in the back because in the story they say the tiny seed is not as fast as the others. Now they fly over the ocean. One seed falls into the water. The others sail on with the wind, but the tiny seed does not go as high as the others. Can you find the tiny seed on this page? Did you point to this one right down here? You're right. It said in the story that the other seeds were high up in the sky, whereas the tiny seed is down low. One seed drifts down onto the desert. It is hot and dry and the seed cannot grow. Now the tiny seed is flying very low, but the wind pushes it on with the others. Finally, the wind stops and the seeds fall gently down on the ground. A bird comes by and eats one seed. The tiny seed is not eaten. It is so small that the bird does not see it. Shoo! That was a close call. Now it is winter. After their long trip, the seeds settle down. They look as if they're going to sleep in the earth. Snow falls and covers them like a soft white blanket. A hungry mouse that lives in the ground eats a seed for his lunch. But the tiny seed that lies very still, and the mouse does not see it. That tiny seed is lucky once again. He didn't get eaten by the bird, and now he did not get eaten by the mouse. Now it is spring. After a few months, the snow has melted. Birds fly by, the sun shines, rain falls. The seeds grow so round and full, they start to burst open. Now they are plants. First, they send roots down into the earth. Then their stems and leaves begin to grow up toward the sun. There is another plant that grows much faster than the new little plants. It is called a big fat weed. And it takes all the sunlight and rain away from the one of the small new plants. The tiny seed has not begun to grow yet. It will be too late. Hurry! But finally it starts to grow into a plant. The warm weather also brings children out to play. They too have been waiting for springtime. One child does not see the plants as he runs along. Oh, he breaks one. Now it cannot grow anymore. The tiny plant that grew from the tiny seed is growing fast, but its neighbor grows even faster. Before the tiny plant has 3 leaves, the other plant has 7. And look, a bud! And now even a flower. So here's the tiny seed. It's still a small plant. But what is happening? First there are footsteps, then a shadow, then a hand reaches down and breaks off the flower. A boy has picked the flower to give to a friend. It is summer. Now the tiny plant from the tiny seed is all alone. It grows on and on. The sun shines on it and the rain waters it. It has many leaves. It grows taller and taller. It is taller than the people. It is taller than the trees. It is taller than the houses. And now a flower grows on it. People come from far and near to look at this flower. It is the tallest flower they have ever seen. Wow, the tiny seed grew into a very tall and beautiful flower. All summer long, the birds and bees and butterflies come to visit. They have never seen such a big and beautiful flower. Now it is autumn again. The days are growing shorter and the nights are growing cooler. The wind carries yellow and red leaves past the flower. Some petals drop from the giant flower. They sail along with the bright leaves over the land and down onto the ground. The wind blows harder. The flower has lost almost all of its petals. It sways and bends away from the wind, but the wind grows stronger and shakes the flower. Once more, the wind shakes the flower, and this time, the flower's seed pod opens up and starts to blow across in the wind. All of the seeds are blowing across in the wind. This reminds me of the beginning of our story, when all the seeds were blowing in the wind. Out come many tiny seeds that quickly sail far away on the wind. And that is called the journey of the seed. The end. Thanks for reading the story today, The Tiny Seed by Eric Carle.